PPA, it's Heidi Allen, founder of the Positive People Army. Happy Monday! Yes, it's Monday. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. I know I did. But now we are back on Monday and it's time to get motivated. It's time to push ourselves for an entirely fabulous week. So, Motivational Monday today. I wanted to talk about a really great subject, and this subject is uncertainty, and how many of us have that in our lives on a regular basis. All of us do. We've all had at some point or another some sort of uncertainty that has occurred in our lives. And a lot of times this uncertainty can come from, maybe it's in our relationships. Maybe it's, I don't know whether, this relationship is going to go further. I don't know, we're going through a really rough patch. I don't know how to navigate it. I'm uncertain what the end result is going to be. And that can happen in anything. It can happen in our jobs. Oh my gosh, if you are an entrepreneur out there, uncertainty is like our middle name, because everything that we try, everything that we take on and we put out there, there is a form of uncertainty that exists. The thing is with uncertainty is it can cause a lot of stress, and it can cause us to give up on things. And maybe these are our goals, our dreams, whatever it is that is happening, because maybe it's not moving fast enough. Maybe we've had, too many ups and downs, setbacks, mistakes, whatever it is, and uncertainty exists. So how do we actually push past that? How do we push past the uncertainty to get to the end result? How does that even occur? So the way I look at uncertainty is like this. Have any of you ever baked a cake before? I myself am really not much of a cook or a baker, so of course I always have to, follow a recipe. So for me, it's always very new, setting out that I'm going to bake this cake. Well, uncertainty is very much like baking a cake. Now, if you're anyone like me, the first thing that happens when uncertainty happens, like, I don't know whether this cake is going to turn out. I don't know whether it's going to rise. I don't know whether it's going to taste good. There is the uncertainty that happens. Those feelings when we're going through the recipe, when we're going through whatever it is that we're doing, and this plays along with your relationships, whatever's happening at work. It's all of a sudden I'm feeling uncomfortable. And uncertainty has a really good way of doing that to us. It does. Uncertainty makes us feel uncomfortable. But with that, to get through uncertainty, we have to push through it. Instead of just looking at the recipe, I've got all the ingredients in front of me for this cake, and saying, oh my gosh, this is just too uncomfortable. I don't know whether it's going to turn out. I don't know whether I can put this together. I don't know if I'm going to be able to follow the instructions along. I'm just going to give up. And I'm saying, no, push through it. Put all the ingredients in the bowl. Start mixing it. All of those feelings that you're feeling there where you're so uncomfortable, you don't know whether it's going to work out, that's okay. Put it all in there. Push through those uncomfortable feelings. You have to. Now, the next thing that's going to happen, especially with uncertainty, is once we've put all those ingredients together and we've put it all in the pan and we've stuck it in the oven, and yet now we're still feeling uncomfortable. So what do? We distract ourselves. As human beings, we are so good at this. We distract ourselves with so many things. We distract ourselves with television, with friends, with drama. Oh my gosh, we are so good at that as human beings. We distract ourselves with so many other things because we're feeling uncomfortable. And when we're baking a cake, what we're doing is we're distracting ourselves by maybe we're constantly opening and closing the oven to check that it's doing okay. The thing with distractions is distractions can easily take us off course as to what we are supposed to be doing here. Those distractions prevent us from going forward. They prevent sometimes success because they're distracting from our goal and our dream. And if you are baking a cake, if you are anyone that has ever baked a cake, if you continually open and close that oven, do you know what happens? Your cake does not rise all the way that it's supposed to. It doesn't. Because these distractions of interrupting it and going in a different way or whatever is happening is preventing you. So you have to become super aware. When you ever have those feelings of uncertainty, you have to be aware that you're not distracting yourself and taking yourself off course. One of the most important things when it comes to uncertainty is trusting and having faith. You have to. You have to trust and have faith that if this is your goal and this is your dream and you are going forward, no matter what, no matter how uncomfortable you are feeling, you are stopping all the distractions, you have to have faith and trust that it will happen. Having that faith and trust, here's the thing with uncertainty. You have no idea when whatever it is that you are moving towards is ever going to happen. You never know when you're going to round that corner and that cake is going to be perfect. You don't know. You're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting for that buzzer to go off. And the thing with life is we actually don't get to set those timers sometimes. Sometimes we just have to have the faith and the trust that it is going to happen. If you have put everything into place that you have to, and you know in your heart of hearts that you have done everything you can to continue forward with whatever it is, then you have to have trust and faith that one, the opportunities will come, the guidance will come, the signs will come, and the end result, your goal and your dream will happen. That has to exist with uncertainty. If you are constantly saying it's never going to work out, it's never going to work out, this is never going to happen, it's not happening fast enough, you are continually doing that, you don't have trust and faith that your cake will rise and be perfect. Last but not least, when it comes to uncertainty, is you have to take care of yourself. If you are continually stressing over every single thing that is happening, first of all, the signs aren't going to come. The opportunities aren't going to come because you're not leaving space for it. So take care of yourself. Self-care during all of this process. Constantly keeping yourself on track. Writing out your intentions. Having your affirmations. Believing. I'm telling you, it happens. Uncertainty exists, guys. It does. That's why I wanted Motivational Monday to be about uncertainty. Because a lot of times when we start the week, that uncertainty steps in again. And it's there. That uncertainty in whatever you're doing. So listen, this week I want you to step back, put all your ingredients together, put it in the oven, have faith and trust that that cake will rise, and then take care of yourself. It's just that easy, because then you can have your cake and eat it too. Guys, Motivational Monday. Thank you so much for joining me. You are all fantastic. Thank you for all of your comments and all of your love. Have a great Monday and stay warm out there, guys. Bye. See you tomorrow.